TGIF, and welcome to Inside the Show. In the AL Central.
Friday night baseball from the Twin Cities. Target Field in downtown Minneapolis. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the Kansas City Royals and the Minnesota Twins. It's Twins baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Sonny Gray will be on the mound for the series opener. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, he's really had a tough time his last three outings. ERA over 9. That's basically giving up a run an inning. He just has really struggled and not been able to figure it out. They're giving him the ball, though, and anytime you get the ball, you got a chance to turn it around. We'll see if today's the day he turns it around.
Now in the box, Lorenzo Cain. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. Not the shiniest of batting average as he comes in hitting down in the 220s for the year. So it was a swinging strike 3. Paulo Orlando goes down for the first out of the game. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. Hit to first. Mauer's there, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out. But meanwhile, the runner will move up 90 feet to third base.
Batting fourth.
In is Jorge Soler, hitting a little over 250 coming into action in this one. Squared that one up just a little late. A ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch. And another foul ball. Men on third with 2 down. And a fastball just a bit up.
Well, Matt, this is a situation in last night's game. They didn't do a very good job driving in runs. Now in this game, you capitalize on it. You grow from your mistakes and be able to come back and deliver in this one here.
Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. Royals leave 1. It's the Royals nothing. Twins coming to bat. Ian Kennedy is ready to go as he'll be on the mound for Kansas City. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, Matt, he's really had a tough time his last 3 outings. ERA over 9. That's basically giving up a run an inning. He just has really struggled and not been able to figure it out. They're giving him the ball, though, and anytime you get the ball, you got a chance to turn it around. We'll see if today's the day he turns it around.
Now at the plate, Eddie Rosario, hitless in 4 tries in the ball game yesterday. Looks like he swung it underwater that time for strike 2.
If you're going to catch up to a high fastball like that, it's all about getting that front foot down in enough time to allow your hands to start moving forward. He was way too late there.
Throw takes care of him at first, and Kennedy's looking sharp here. 2 away.
second
In
baseman.
now, Brian Dozier.
Brian
And as you can see, he's had some
Dozier.
troubles here in his own ballpark. That's something he'll look to improve upon in this one. On the ground to the left side. Throw to first will get him easily, and the side is retired. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. Smoked on the ground up the middle. And Moustakas is aboard. It's a base hit. So that puts the leadoff man aboard to get the inning underway. Not in time, and he's in there with a double.
Well, that's the 6th game he's hit in. He's swinging the bat pretty good now. That's a 6-game streak. You got to start somewhere. Pay attention, people. He's getting hot.
Takes a knee-high fastball. Here's the 1-2. Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive.
Well, I think he's trying to get that 2-strike fastball out of the zone. Just caught too much of the plate right there. Fortunately, he fouled it off instead of putting it in the seats.
Got him to miss the breaking ball there. Salvador Perez goes down to become the first out here in the 2nd inning. And he is safe at third as he moves up on what's likely to be ruled a wild pitch. Right over the middle, knee high. No score here as we play inning number 2. And that slider must have been low. It's ball 3.
Backdoor breaking ball just missed right there. It's such an effective pitch if you can hit the corner with it, but no dice this time.
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2.
Batting 8th. Shortstop.
Fastball called strike. 1-2.
Escobar.
Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. Got him swinging as he runs the fastball by him to end the inning. 1 left for Kansas City. We'll go to the bottom of the 2nd. No score. Here's Miguel Sano. He's not among the league leaders in home runs, but his total does top this ball club. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Oh, they have him looking awfully confused up there right now. It's 1-2.
Wow, not sure what that was, but talking about having your mind made up you're going to swing before the pitcher even throws a pitch. I don't know how you swing at that pitch.
Throw on to first, and 1 third baseman grounds out to the other. 1 away.
Batting 5th.
Digging in, Young-Ho Park. He's currently 9th in the American League batting race entering play. And now pitch on the way. This is in the air to right. Orlando's under it. 2 down.
Batting 6th.
Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. He comes in after a day of rest yesterday, so we'll see if it did him any good. Hard hit ball to second. Oh, look at the dive. The throw to first. It's there. He got him. Whit Merrifield next to hit. He drove in 1 of their 2 runs in last night's ball game. And he pumps the fastball by him here. 1-2 now. Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Kepler's on the move. He makes the catch. A great effort to get there and record the first out of the inning.
Number 6. Lorenzo
Digging in for his
Cain.
2nd at bat, Lorenzo Cain. 1 for 1 after a single his first time up. Kepler is there. 2 down.
Now batting. Right fielder.
Digging in to try it again. Paulo Orlando. 0 for 1 here in the early going. And he gets this fastball over. Back to 3-1 now. Now a swing and a 3rd straight fly ball here should get him out of the inning. 1-2-3. Kepler is there, and he'll make the catch to retire the side. KC down in order. There's a swing, and he sends a ball high in the air into left field. Gordon going back. A leap at the wall, but he can't bring this one back. It's a home run. So it's a solo shot off the bat of Joe Mauer. His first home run of the season as the Twins take a 1-0 lead.
After after this pitcher sat down 6 of his teammates in a row, he was looking to break through against him with anything. Well, a home run will definitely suffice. Great job of breaking the string and getting his team going right there.
Into the box now, Jorge Polanco. And he'll quickly send a line drive to center field. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Hey, look, he may be hitting at the bottom of the order, but you put him in another lineup, he's at the top. This lineup is loaded. Don't overlook him.
John Ryan Murphy.
Digging in now, John Ryan Murphy, as he'll get his first opportunity in this one. He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Line towards center field, and that'll get down for a base hit.
That ball looked like it started behind him, and he hung in there, and the ball stays inside still, and he gets the base hit on it.
Into the box, Danny Santana, as he sends it on the ground to first. Escobar over to Hosmer, and it's a double play. Ready for another chance? Eddie Rosario. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And this is chopped foul near the plate, and the count will move to 1-2 now. Kennedy pauses. Here's the 1-2. Slapped hard the opposite way. Base hit, and that'll get a run in.
Well, that's a big hit right there. With 2 outs, you just try to be simple. Put the ball in play, get a base hit, and drive the run in, and that's what he did right there.
In now, Brian Dozier. And he wastes a fastball high there, 1-2.
Decided to go with a fastball there on 0-2, but what he's trying to do with that pitch is to expand the strike zone. Maybe you get a guy to offer at it, but at the very least, it helps set up your off-speed stuff.
Orlando moves over, and that's the 3rd out. First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Line drive to center field. Santana is right there, 1 down.
Now batting, designated
stepping in and ready for another shot, Jorge Soler. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Fastball is looked at for strike 2. And that slider's almost in the dirt. On deck, Mike Moustakas. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate. He'll try it again, 3-2. And that is swung on and missed. He's down on strikes, and the first 2 are retired here to begin inning number 4. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and standing in the left-handed hitting third baseman Mike Moustakas. And he struck him out, his 7th of the ball game, and that ends the inning. Royals go down 1-2-3. They're still down. It's 2-0. Here's Miguel Sano. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And that misses for ball 4. It's a leadoff walk that starts the bottom of the 4th. Striding in once again, Byung-Ho Park. He flew out in his last at-bat. Now a swing and a hard hit grounder, but this will get foul. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 1-2, but gloved by the third baseman for the out, and he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Into the box now, Max Kepler. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. The 2-1 pitch. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. Working for the punch out and the offering. Ground ball sent back up the middle. There's one. On to first, and it's another double play. They're second in the first. Here's the catcher, Salvador Perez. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at bat will continue. Now here's the pitch. And another pitch is hit foul as the battle continues here.
His timing looks good right there, Matt. That's falling up after a fastball. He still was able to get a piece of that breaking ball.
And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning.
Alex
And he gets a piece here as this ball is fouled away. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game.
The batter, number 2.
Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. He's 0 for 1 thus far. That's in there, 3-1. Ready on 3-1. Here's the pitch. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Here comes the payoff pitch. And he rings up another one. Make it 9 strikeouts for him in the game. Whit Merrifield next to hit. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Grounded to short. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. Royals leave 1. They trail things here 2-0. So here's Joe Mauer as we move past the halfway point in this one and begin the bottom of the 5th. Drilled right back up the middle, and no chance there for Escobar. It's a base hit. So there'll be a man aboard here to start out their half of the 5th.
Well, that's another single, his second hit of the game. He's having a good May. You know, you start looking at May as a player and you say, I'm partway through the season. I'm starting to get settled in. This is a great start to the year. He's over 300. He's off to a great start.
Digging in the switch hitter, Jorge Polanco. He reached on a single in his first try. The set and the 1-1 pitch. High fly ball out to straightaway center. After it is Kane. He gets there and makes the play for the first out.
Up next for the Twins.
Stepping into the box, Ryan Murphy. A base hit in his first trip. From the belt, kicks and deals. And it's full now, 3-2.
That ball's out of the zone, and he's swinging at it, and you're wondering, why is he swinging at that pitch? It is so enticing. And it looks like the ball just took off and rose on it. Didn't rise. He just executed the location properly.
And he takes ball 4. So a good job out of the 9-hole in getting on base as we go back to the top of the order. A couple of lefties start to get loose now in the bullpen.
Danny Santana.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1.
Well, he's clearly in protect mode 0-2. Good job of holding up right there.
And that's through into right field for a base hit. And a good throw is going to hold that runner at third. So they're loaded now with only 1 away.
Well, that's a line drive single, but the runner's not going to score. Now remember, with less than 2 outs, he had to freeze. Hit it a little bit too hard at the wrong guy. He'll take the hit, but no RBI.
Travis Wood is going to take over here in inning number 5. So it'll be a bullpen game from here on out. Standing in now, Eddie Rosario. Swing and a miss on the fastball, and it's 1-2. With 2 strikes now and a runner at first, do you go for the strikeout, or are you still looking for the double play ball?
Well, Matt, I think a lot of that depends on the type of pitcher that you are. If you're a power pitcher, you can go ahead and ride a fastball up in the zone, but if you're a guy that induces a lot of ground balls with a sinker, I think you have to stick with that plan.
Catch made in center. Here comes the runner from third. And that'll bring home run number 3. It's now a 3-0 cushion.
The second baseman, number 2.
Digging in once again, Brian Dozier. And we'll see what he can do here with a pair of runners on base and 2 gone here in the 5th. And that one stayed too low, apparently.
He's got a couple of pitches to deal with right here, but he's starting to lose command of his pitches. It might be time to take a step back and try to refocus on making some good pitches.
And here's a ball hit in the air. Hosmer has room in foul territory. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. In now is Lorenzo Cain, and at this point of the game, I think it's clear that the plan of attack against the top of the order has worked.
Well, when you've only surrendered one hit to the top three guys in the order up to this point in the game, you know you're doing something right, Matt. You're spot on. Whatever they discussed coming into this game has worked out beautifully. That's 10 strikeouts for him now, and I'll tell you, he could rack up quite a few more before he's done. Still a lot of game left in this one.
Tell you what, his spot has been the outside pitch right there, and now we're late in the game. He continues to pound the outside pitch, and it's really working out for him.
In time to first, and there are two away.
First baseman number 35.
First baseman Eric Hosmer is in. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ballgame. This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side. KC down in order. They trail it here 3-0. Digging in once again, Miguel Sano comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. 1-2 as the changeup had him out in front there.
Well, that's a true indicator he's looking for a fastball in. He wanted to spin to win right there and knock one as far as he could. He got the off-speed pitch inside, and he pulled off of it.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. Takes this the other way to right. Orlando is there, and he'll bring this one in.
The batter.
Here's Byung-Ho Park. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Line drive to left. And there to take it in is Gordon for out number 2.
The batter. Right fielder.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Max Kepler. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Had him off stride that time, and it's 1-2.
Well, he was clearly looking for a fastball right there, and that slider got right to him and went whoop, slid to the side, and as a result, you got an ugly swing and miss. Well, when you're hitting with 2 strikes, you're just in battle mode. Right there, he gets a breaking ball. He just fouled it off. Got a piece of it and stays alive.
Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And an easy play there for Moustakas, and that ends the inning. Welcome back to Target Field here in Minneapolis. Twins on top in this one as we take a look now at our game summary through the first 6 innings of play. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Grounded back up the middle. Polanco over to his left. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Third baseman number 8, Mike Moustakas.
From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. And now a fastball, but he's able to hold off on it, and it's 2-1 now.
It's the first game of the road trip, and it takes a little bit to get an adjustment. You're not used to being that team that goes to the plate first to start the game after you've been home for a long homestand. But they need to get comfortable now in the new surroundings, or they're going to get blown out of this game.
Now a ball hit hard toward first, but good hands over there at first, and that becomes out number 2.
Number 13, Salvador Perez.
Ready once again, Salvador Perez. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3-up, 3-down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen. Hit hard toward the right side, but a good play by the first baseman to spear this one, and that'll retire the side. Royals go down 1-2-3. Still down 3-0. Digging in and looking for more, Joe Mauer. He's off to a fast start in this one, 2 for 2, including a home run. And now that Royals bullpen will get busy as we see both the southpaw and a right-hander get loose. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Mauer rounding first, on his way to second now. Now Mauer's going to try to leg out 3. The relay throw, the tag, and he's called out trying to stretch 2 bases into 3.
To me, that was just way too big of a risk. If you're leading off an inning and you've already got 2 bases easily, pull up and pat yourself on the back. You're already into scoring position, but now they've got nothing to show for the leadoff extra base hit.
High in the air out towards shallow right. Orlando will come in a bit and put it away for the 2nd out of the inning.
Now batting.
Striding in once again, John Ryan Murphy. It was a walk in his last trip. Hit out towards second. And that's through for a hit. So a great job on a 1-2 pitch to keep the inning alive.
Well, he got 2 strikes on him, but he couldn't put him away. Not a very good 2-strike pitch, but I got to give the hitter credit. He didn't miss it either.
Into the box now, Danny Santana. Line drive to center field. And he will get there to make the running play, and that. Here's the left fielder, Alex Gordon. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
Takes a look down at the knees for a strike. Looking to send him packing again. Fouled straight back. Now some action out in the Minnesota pen, as it looks like both a lefty and a right-hander are up to throw. Out in front as this is pulled foul into the seats. And that misses, so it's a full count, 3-2. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. Turned on down the line. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. Legs churning. He's headed for second. And he's going to get to second now with nobody out. Here's Alcides Escobar, the shortstop. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far. Now time is called, and this could very well be to buy a few more pitches for those relievers. To 2-2 now.
This is going to be an interesting at bat. I think he has to be pitching for a strikeout here, so we'll see what kind of sequence he uses.
Throw on to first in time, 1 away. Pitch number 100 on its way. Liner towards second, but right to the second baseman, and that's the 2nd out. Ready for another shot now, Lorenzo Cain. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Ready on 2 balls and 2 strikes. Here it comes. Sent on the ground out to second. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. 1 left for Kansas City. They trail in this one 3-0. Seth Maness comes on to work now, and he's their usual closer, but this is obviously not a save opportunity.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Number 2, Brian
digging in to
Dozier.
try it again. Brian Dozier. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. Grounded straight into the shift on the left side. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
Up next for Minnesota.
Here's Miguel Sano. 0 for 2 with a walk for him so far. Crowd gets up for the 3-2. There's a drive out toward the gap in left center. Sano will head for second. And he will stroll in there standing with a 2-out double.
There's no question he's been struggling at the dish lately, trying to do anything to get himself going. So he's got to feel pretty good after that double. Not to take anything away from him, but I think I could have probably hit that pitch.
Yeah, that's one of those gift pitches, not the location he was shooting for. A 1-1 count. Here's the pitch. And he chased up and out of the zone, a swing and a miss.
2 strikes on the hitter and 2 outs. I like this. You got to get this out here. You don't want them to drive in a run and you go down 4. You keep it at 3. You still got a chance to break.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Back now in the Twin Cities for what remains of this production of Baseball on the Show. And that'll bring up the Brazilian-born Paulo Orlando. He's going to lead things off in their half of the 9th as they try to avoid the dreaded shutout.
It's never a good feeling to get shut out, and over the course of the season, it's bound to happen a few times. They've just been overmatched by good pitching.
Into the box, Eric Hosmer. He got on top of one and was a ground-out victim last time.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
Now batting.
In is Jorge Soler. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ballgame. On to first, and he rolls the double play ball to end it here as this ball game is over.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. Sonny Gray earns win number 4 on the season, picking up 11 strikeouts along the way. So that's a wrap here tonight. For my partners in the booth, Harold Reynolds and Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click on over to theshownation.com. We'd like to welcome those of you just tuning in on the show. You're joining us at a great time. The Minnesota Twins are batting here in the bottom of the inning, looking to send these fans home happy with a walk-off win.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Pitch on the way. Inside and high with that one. 1 ball, 2 strikes.
That one missed, but if it's a strike, I don't know how you get the barrel of that pitch. You have to really be sitting on it to hit a fastball coming in that hard on the inside part of the plate.
So he gets him swinging on a pitcher's pitch. Brian Dozier becomes out number 2 in the bottom of the ninth. First pitch on its way. Miguel Sano is in with 2 away as he takes a ball. 1-0. 1-0 count. Here it is. Here's a hard hit ball that'll be caught out there at short. Needed just.
Leading off.
And we'll rejoin this one now in the bottom of inning number 10. Max Kepler the next to grab a bat. Past meetings with Kelvin Herrera, 1 for 5. First pitch of the at-bat on its way. And a ball. 1-0. One and 0 pitch on the way. Shot back up the middle. Kane has to roam straight back, but he has it for the first out.
The right fielder.
Digging in and looking for more, Ronnie Chisenhall. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch coming. Here it is. Goes the other way with it as this is in the air down the line in left. Burns is over to his right, and he puts this one away for out number 2.
First baseman, number 7.
So here's Joe Mauer. 0 for 3 with a couple of strikeouts for him to this point in the ball game. I had him guessing that time as he's barely able to foul it away. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Swing and a little tapper. That winds up foul. Another one sent foul. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. Started to go around there, but he holds up ball 1. The 1-2 pitch. Starts to go around, but the home plate umpire says he held up ball 2. 2 out, nobody on. Look out. Don't want to hit him there. It's full 3-2.
Time to focus here. This game is way too close to be walking, guys, so we'll see if he can make him swing the bat on this next pitch.
That was the 4th foul ball in this at bat. He is really making him work.
Once again, the 3-2. And he lays off ball 4. So now the potential tying run here is aboard late in the game. Striding in once again, John Ryan Murphy. He'll be looking for something he could drive into the gap and drive home that tying run from first. Eddie Rosario will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Eddie Rosario.
Time called here, as with the potential tying run aboard, they'll make the move to get a little more speed out there. Sends that one out of play for strike 1. Comes set with the 0-1. Runners off for second. Pitch misses low. The throw down. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease. Now a swing, and he pops him up. And this should do it. And that is going to put an end to this one. And the Royals will put an end to their 3-game skid as this ball game is over. In a close game like this. We'd like to welcome those of you just tuning in on the show. You're joining us at a great time. The Minnesota Twins have the middle of the order set to hit here in extra innings as they look to scratch across a run and tie this thing up. Brian Dozier is at the plate now, and he's quickly behind 0-1.
I love that pitch right there. You know he's geared up right there in this big situation. He looked for a ball and just let it fly, and he pulled the string on him, just spun him into the ground.
Way late, and he's in there easily at second.
Hey, you don't see that very often against this guy. This guy has one of the best arms in the game, but still a successful steal of second base.
Runner goes for third. Pitch outside, the throw, and it skips in as he steals the bag easily.
Hey, one of the keys to stealing third is to get a big lead off a second, and that's just what happened, even though this catcher has a cannon for an arm.
He's set, and the 2-1 pitch. And this is fouled back and out of play.
Well, these hitters can expect to see a heavy dose of that big fastball from this reliever. It's a major part of his arsenal.
A swing and a drive sent out toward the gap. Ranging back is Burns. Gone! Santa Maria! Game over! So it's a two-run shot to right center, and with one swing of the bat, this ball game is over.
Hey, when you get into extra innings, you're always looking for that one guy to step up and be that hero. And this guy was the hero tonight. What does he do? Steps up with a walk-off home run to end this thing in extras.
Every game has its offensive stars, and in this one, he arguably shined the brightest. He's our top player of the game.
Hey, multi-hit game, and one of them was a dinger. That's a solid day's work for any hitter, and it had an impact on the outcome of this game. What else can you say?
A one-run game, 6-5 the final today. Matt Belisle claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our crew. I'm Matt Bass. Now from the land of 10,000 lakes, we've got afternoon baseball from Target Field in Minneapolis. Today, it's the second of this three-game series between the Tampa Bay Rays and the Minnesota Twins. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Jake Odorizzi will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. Harold, any thoughts?
Well, Matt, his last outing, he gave up 4 walks. Now, sometimes I think you nibble on the corners when you need to. I just thought he didn't have good stuff or good command. So we'll see what the command and execution looks like in this game.
Stepping up now, Kevin Kiermaier. And the home-away splits tell us he's actually quite a bit better hitting on the road than he is at home. A very fine afternoon for baseball. 67 degrees here at first pitch. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And a good pitch there as this is swung on and missed for the first out of the ball game. And here's the starting lineup for the visiting Tampa Bay Rays. Who do you have your eye on, Dan?
Yeah, I'm pretty excited to watch Kevin Kiermaier.
Swing and a miss on the fastball that time. Out number 2. Into the box now, Corey Dickerson. First 2 men in the inning have both gone down via the punch out, so we'll see if he can fare any better. And this one's tapped foul at home plate. Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And another foul ball. Trying to strike out the side. Here it is. And that's taken high for a ball. It's full now. 3-2.
Boy, not what you want coming out of the gate as a pitcher, right? You don't want to have to show all of your pitches.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. More from Minneapolis following this. Alex Cobb is on the mound for Game 2. What do we need to know here, HR?
Well, he's got interesting numbers, and if you look at his strikeouts to walk ratio, it's 1-to-1. So it's not great. It's not terribly bad. It means he throws strikes, but he doesn't have the stuff that's going to totally dominate hitters. Got to rely a lot on his defense. We'll watch and see how this one unfolds.
A chance now from Target Field to take a look at the Twins lineup in this one. H, what do these guys need to do to get a win in this one?
The game plan for this offense is clear to me. They're saying down there in that dugout, let's get in that bullpen. You look at this bullpen numbers, and you're saying, we got a shot. Get the starters out, get to the bullpen. That is clearly the Achilles heel of the other team.
Digging in, Eddie Rosario. As you get a look at his current righty-lefty splits entering play in this one. There's a swing and a high pop-up. And there's out number 2.
Batting third, second baseman, Ryan.
Here's Brian Dozier now. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. Hit sharply on the ground. On to Morrison at first, and that ends the inning. Twins are set down 1-2-3, and this is still a 0-0 ball game. Chop foul over towards the coaching box. The next 3-2. And that misses for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk here to start the second. So coming to the plate, Brad Miller. Previous meetings with Jake Odorizzi, 1 for 6. And he'll try to hold back the swing, but he'll do so unsuccessfully as that's ruled a strike. Now a swing and a miss as he picks up another one. Make it 4 strikeouts already, and there's your first out.
Batting 6.
Ready with the 1-1.
Number 40.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air. Santana falls off the left fielder as he takes charge for the second out. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up. Stepping up to the plate, Colby Rasmus, hitting just a bit over the Mendoza line on the year. Harold, these Twins, as they take the field here this afternoon, have got to be considered one of, if not the hottest team in baseball right now. Winners of 8 of their last 10 ball games. And that misses, ball 4. So it's first and second now with 2 out. No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike.
Matt, in last night's game, this is the situation right here. They didn't do a very good job driving guys in with runners in scoring position. Right here, you got a guy in scoring position. You got to capitalize and drive in. If you swung at a bad pitch last night, get a good pitch to drive right here.
Again, he sends it out of play. He got him. Lively fastball that time, and it puts an end to the inning. A couple of walks, but no damage. Through an inning and a half, no score on the show. At the plate, Miguel Sano, hitting a little over 250 coming into action in this one. Ready on 1 and 2. Hit hard down the line, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
That was an impressive single, but more impressive was the play of the left fielder. He cut the ball off, got it back in, and they keep the double play in order, giving that pitcher a chance to get out of this inning.
Ready with 2 balls and a strike. Now he gets on top of one here and chops it foul right at home plate. High in the air out to center field. Kiermaier's got a read on it. Makes the play, 1 away. Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. Lifetime history with Alex Cobb. He's gone 3 for 6. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second, as there are 2 aboard now.
Well, there's another single. Now they're first and second, 1 out. You better get this guy early, though. That's what the good ones do. They settle in. You better take advantage while you have him in trouble.
Into the box, Drew Stubbs. He swings, and it's a line drive to left center. And that's into the outfield for a 1-out hit. The relay throw, and this will come in far too late. He's in there at third.
Well, that base hit right there collected his 300th RBI. Throw that ball out. 300 RBIs, that's nothing to sneeze at.
Standing in now, Joe Mauer, and he misses with it, ball 4, so that'll load the bases, and now he's really going to need to get a ground ball.
Batting 9.
Jason Castro, the catcher, is in. Lifetime history with Alex Cobb, hitless in 3 at-bats. And this is fouled back and out of play. That's back toward the mound. This will be a tough turn, however. They get the force at the plate. The turn throw is in time. How about that? They do turn 2, and it gets him out of the inning. Another look. Welcome back to Minneapolis, Minnesota. Time now for the 3rd inning to get underway from Target Field. Digging in now, Logan Morrison. And he'll start out their half of the 3rd, top of the order to follow. Ready to deliver the 1 and 2. Now a cutter, but that's in the dirt for a ball. Here's the pitch on 2 and 2. Fouled back. Another 2-2 offering. Good swing on a tough pitch, and he'll stick around to see another one. A swing and a miss on a ball way out of the zone, and there's 1 away. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Sent on the ground out to second. Dozier has it. in time to first, and there are 2 away.
Now batting, shortstop.
Digging in for his second at-bat, Matt Duffy. 0 for 1 here in the early going. This is on the ground over to first. And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over. Down in order go the Rays. They're on the short end. Striding in once again, Danny Santana. First time up, he went down looking. Looking to punch him out again, the pitch. And he tried to hold up that time. We'll get an appeal down to third, and no swing. It's ball 3. Something has to give. Here's the payoff pitch. This one's flared out toward left. Duffy into shallow left. 1 away.
The left fielder.
Stepping in and ready for another shot, Eddie Rosario. He popped out in his first trip. Line toward center field. And he will run this one down. A good read off the bat for the second out.
Well, this one was squared up pretty good, but just like pitchers give up hits on well-executed pitches, batters make outs on balls they couldn't have hit much better.
In now, Brian Dozier. And he'll quickly send a line drive to center field. That gets down, and the inning continues. So some success with 2 out keeps the inning alive for Miguel Sano.
Man, that's so frustrating as a pitcher. You make a good pitch like that, he still gets a base hit. Sometimes you just got to tip your cap.
Stepping in now, Miguel Sano. In front of the changeup, and he can't keep it fair. 2 strikes on him now. Hit hard towards center. And that's in there. Base hit.
We're just not used to seeing him get nothing but base hits. Usually hitting the long ball. You look in that column, it says 2 hits. You're thinking they're extra base hits, but he'll take the singles.
Into the box, Byung-Ho Park. He swings and grounds it to short. Played on the backhand. And the 2-out threat will not come to pass as the inning. At the plate, Corey Dickerson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. Just got a piece up the line. That goes foul. 2 strikes on him now. Full count here. Here comes the pitch. Now a changeup locks him up as he looks at strike 3 called. 1 away. 1 out here in the Tampa Bay 4th. And standing in here is the very dangerous third baseman, Evan Longoria. This one's chopped foul right at the plate. The count moves now to 1-2. And this one's chopped foul right at home plate. Here's another 1-2. Now a swing and a ball chopped foul right at home plate.
He's just fouling them off till he gets something he wants to hit.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Another 1-2 delivery. Still hanging with him. Another good swing to keep it going. Again a 1-2. Bounce to first. Mauer's there. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The batter, number 13, second baseman, Brad Miller.
Ready for another chance. Brad Miller comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Squared that one up just a little late. Chopped weakly to the left. Throw on to Mauer will be in time, and that retires the side. Rays go in order. 1, 2, 3. Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. He's set to lead us off in the home half of the 4th inning. Outside with the fastball as the count moves to 2-1 now. Into the windup. Here's the 2-1 pitch. It's a swinging bunt up the line, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Digging in to try it again, Drew Stubbs. He singled his last time up. This one's down to third. Longoria's got it. Throw in time at first for out number 2.
First baseman number
Digging
7.
in, Joe Mauer reached base via the walk in his first plate appearance. Cobb looks in, 1-1 on its way. Grounded fouled off to the right side. This is hit high in the air out toward left center. Kiermaier's got a read on it, and that retires the side. Down go the Twins in. Here's the catcher, Wilson Ramos. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And that's finally over for a strike. Into his motion. Here comes the 3-1. And a good eye here as he takes ball 4, and it's a base on balls to lead off the 5th inning. Here's the 1-1. Low and inside with the breaking ball as that causes him to back up a bit.
Sometimes you got to be aggressive offensively, but sometimes you just let the pitcher dig his own grave. Patience and discipline seem to be the way to go right here.
As a look, now the pitch. Chopped foul at the plate, and the count holds at 2-2. No runs, no hits, and no errors for Tampa Bay so far. And he lays off, so it's full now, 3-2.
Pretty easy pitch to lay off there, 2-2. Not even close to being in the strike zone. He made it easy for the hitter in that one.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch out. Colby Rasmus becomes the first out of the inning. Lying toward right center. That gets down, and the Rays' first hit of the game is going to be for extra bases. And they'll have runners at second and third following the 1-out double.
Well, it took a little while. We're in the 5th inning, but they came up with the first hit. You got to get something starting eventually. Not bad time to start.
Logan Morrison.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. Little late on this one as it's lifted the other way down the left field line. The catch is made near the line in left, tagging the runner from third. And the run will score on the sacrifice fly as that'll square things at 1-1.
The batter,
standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. 1-2. Here it comes. Pulled toward right center field. Santana is after it, but it's the right fielder that gets there to make the catch. And the inning is over. So 1 run on 1. Jason Castro, the catcher, is in. He's 0 for 1 thus far. This is on the ground over to first. Morrison is there, and he'll take it to the bag himself for the out.
Now batting, center fielder.
Digging in once again, Danny Santana. It's been an 0 for 2 effort for him to this point. Right side. Throw on to first, 2 gone.
The left fielder, number 20.
Now at the plate, Eddie Rosario. 0 for 2 on his line thus far. Here comes the payoff pitch. Hit hard toward the right side. And a little self-preservation down at first as he are set down 1-2-3. We've played 5 full, tied at 1 aside. Ready for another chance? Matt Duffy 0 for 2 on the afternoon so far. And he'll step on first himself for the out.
The batter, number 10.
Digging in to try it again, Corey Dickerson. And he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far.
He's been doing a nice job out there on the mound, but the deeper you get into the game, the more the hitters have seen you. This is the part of the lineup that he has to be really careful with.
And that's in for a base hit. Make it a 1 for 3 game so far. And he'll cruise into the bag at second with a 1-out double.
The third baseman, number
In
3.
is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. Comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. And he punches out another one, make it 9 for the ball game. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Brad Miller. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Back-to-back strikeouts keep him out of danger. More from the show. Saturday Baseball following this message and a word from our local stations. Ready for another shot now. Brian Dozier. A hit in 2 tries so far. This is line to left. Rasmus has to retreat a bit, but he gets there for out number 1.
Now batting, third
So
baseman,
stepping in, Miguel Sano. A couple of singles to his credit thus far. And he pops him up back behind second base. Miller ranges back, and he has it for out number 2.
The batter, designated hitter.
Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Swung on, and he went fishing in the dirt. And that ends the inning. Now batting, Wilson Ramos. He'll start the 7th, and Dan, as a former pitcher yourself, you must be enjoying this. Lots of good pitching and defense today.
Well, that's one of the keys. We're seeing a lot of strikes. We're seeing a lot of swings. We're seeing some great plays on defense. This has been a snappy one up to this point.
The batter,
Riding in once again, Colby Rasmus. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Very weakly on the ground. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And he'll just get a piece here as this is chopped foul at home plate. And he'll stay alive here as this is chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Tried to shoot the corner and he missed it. 2-2.
He's thrown a lot of pitches already, and man, this is a long AB. This at bat, when you look back at it, might be the one that takes him out of the game.
Go ahead runs aboard here at first with nobody out. And he can only battle for so long as he's finally set down here after an 8-pitch at bat. Ready once again, Steven Souza. 1 for 2 with a double on his line thus far. To second for 1. On to Mauer. It's a double play, and that ends the inning. Rays held in check here. Score remains tied 1-1. Sean Tollison gets the call from the pen to take over on the mound and start the home 7th. Now a southpaw up to throw in that Tampa Bay bullpen. He's set. Here's the 2-2. Liner towards second. And that's going to be a base hit. So the possible go-ahead run is on here to start the home half of the 7th.
Boy, that big leadoff hit right there really sets the table for them with an opportunity to take the lead the rest of the game.
Digging in once again, Drew Stubbs. He's singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. And the payoff pitch is chopped foul at home plate, so we'll do it again. Still 3-2. Working for the punch out and the offering. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. So here's Joe Mauer. He's 0 for 1 thus far.
Joe Mauer.
He's set. Here comes the 1-1. And a fastball just a bit up. Two and 1 to the left-handed hitting Mauer. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Kiermaier's got a read on it, and he brings it in for the second out of the inning. And he will scurry back to first as he'll think twice about trying to move up.
Now batting.
So striding in, Jason Castro. Lifetime against Sean Tollison. Just a couple of matchups, no hits in 2 at-bats. And he takes ball 2, and it's 2-1. 2 out with the possible go-ahead run at first. He pulls this one into right, and that will conclude matters here in the 7th. Ready now, Logan Morrison. He hit a sac fly earlier. Now a swing and a chopper foul right at home plate. Into the windup, ready with the payoff pitch. There's a ground ball now and a chance for Mauer at first base. And he'll take it to the bag himself for the out. Standing in, Kevin Kiermaier. He's gone hitless in this one, Dan, and he's not alone.
No, he's not, Matt. This lineup has had no answer for their opponent on the mound so far.
And this will get through into right, and he's aboard with a single. Now at the plate, Matt Duffy. No hits in 3 tries so far. He's struck out once. Here's the Minnesota skipper making his way out to the mound. And we're going to have a pitching change, as that's going to be all for his starter this afternoon. 1-1 pitch is a sinker taken for a strike. 1-2. Out of play. Possible go-ahead runs on first, 1 away. Here's a swing and a high pop-up. Drifting toward the third base dugout. And this will not be caught. It's a foul ball. Now another 1-2. Hit on the ground down the first baseline. But this is a foul ball as the count holds steady at 1-2. Off-speed pitch in the dirt as he takes it for a ball.
After multiple pitches were fouled off, it gets a little disappointing as a pitcher. So you think, say, I'm going to throw one way off the plate and see if he'll chase it. Didn't happen.
Stepping in, Corey Dickerson. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. He's in there easily as the throw bounces on the way down. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 2 down. Got him! And he goes down on strikes for the 3rd time. Twins bullpen does the job there. Home half of the 8th straight ahead. All tied at 1-1.
Brad Boxberger enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Ready on 1-2. Now a check swing, and he went around, says the home plate umpire. Tough ruling, but it's out number 1. Into the box now, Eddie Rosario. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Got to find the strike zone. Here's the 3-0. A changeup right on the outside corner for a strike. 1 run, 6 hits, and no errors in the ballgame for Minnesota. And he lays off ball 4. Now the potential go-ahead run is on base here. Now at the plate, Brian Dozier. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Now time is called, and we'll have a pinch runner at first, and that'll be a wise decision as he's the potential go-ahead run. Runners off for second. Pitch is a cold strike. The throw. It skips in and he's safe. Close play, but he's in there. Go-ahead runs in scoring position here with 1 away. Runners on his way to third. Taken for strike 3. The throw. Not nearly in time as he takes third easily. Here's Miguel Sano. 2 hits and 3 at-bats for him in this one. From the stretch to 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Hoping to send him packing. Pitch on its way. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Souza ranging back. He's got it. A great running play, and that'll retire the side. Terrence Gore. will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field. In is the third baseman, Evan Longoria. He's batting cleanup in this one, but will get us started here in the inning as they look to wake up the bats.
Yeah, not much to get excited about with just a single notch on the scoreboard. But you have to give credit to where it's deserved. The pitching on the other side has been really impressive.
Got him. And that's the third time we've written a K next to his name in this one. The 1-1 pitch. Good sinker that time as he gets a piece and chops it foul at home plate. Now the 1-2 pitch. And a hard sinker there, chopped foul at home plate. Possible go-ahead runs on first, one away. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. And another pitch is hit foul as the battle continues here.
That is the 4th foul ball of this AB right here. He's seeing a lot of pitches.
And that one never threatened the zone. It's gone full now to 3-2. Now this is hit not all that hard out to second. And indeed, he won't try to force it at second. He'll just flip on to first for the sure out. Ricky Weeks will be called upon here to hit with the game on the line.
Number 8, Ricky Weeks.
Line to the right side. That's in there. Base hit. Throw comes quickly to the infield, so that go-ahead run will have to hold up at third with 2 away. Rafael Hernandez will come on now and pinch run here.
Number 27, Rafael Hernandez.
Glenn Perkins has been summoned here and will try to keep this one tied heading to the bottom of the 9th. Standing in now, Steven Souza gets him to swing and miss there. 3-2.
All right, 3-2 count with 2 outs. The runner on first will be moving, so we'll see what happens. There are a lot of possible outcomes with this kind of play.
And he misses ball 4, so he comes out of the bullpen and immediately walks the first man he faces. And he has delivered one of the biggest at-bats of the afternoon as he cashes in with a base hit. And this will not be close, and the run will score easily.
What a big hit right there late in the game to come up with 2 runs late in the 9th like that. Now you go to your bullpen to see if they can lock it down. Man, are they fired up.
2 down, runners at first and second. And this is heading out toward left field, but this is going to get fouled up into the crowd. He spoils another one and will do it again. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Neither guy giving in here, and they'll do it again. Once again, a 3-2. And he'll get to see another one. It'll be the 10th pitch of this at-bat. And he struck him out. So a good pitch there, and now they're going to need to string some hits together in this last at-bat. Rafael Hernandez will stay in the ballgame now and take over in left field. Alex Colomé takes the ball now in inning number 9, looking to close the door.
Number 37, Alex Colomé.
Pitch swung on and hit in the air toward the line and right. Souza is there, and that's not the start to the bottom of the 9th this crowd was hoping for. 1 away. Lonnie Chisenhall will stand in. He's 2 for 3 thus far. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, but a foul ball, and it's full now at 3-2. There's a swing and a high drive into left center field. Back goes Kiermaier at the track. Gone! So a solo shot here to left center field. Home run number 5 on the year. And the Twins are back within a run. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Into the box now, Drew Stubbs. smoke toward third. A diving effort here as he gets a glove on it. And he can't pick it up. That ought to go down as an infield single. So here's Joe Mauer. Over 2 with a walk for him so far. He's set. Here's the 3-2. Pitch strike 3 called. The throw. And it skips in as he steals the bag easily. Stepping up to the plate, Jason Castro, as he'll look to bring home that tying run from second with a base hit into the outfield. Max Kepler will look to provide a little 2-out thunder off the bench as he'll hit with a runner at second and 2 away. A swing and a drive to center field. That one's got a chance. Back goes Kiermaier. Still ranging back. Ball game. Two-run shot to straightaway center, and none bigger than that one as this ball game is over.
Wow, everybody wants to be a hero and hit one of those walk-off game-winning home runs. So you know right now when he's getting mobbed by his teammates, he has to feel awfully good.
In a close game like this, you look for that one guy who produced when it mattered most, and this is the guy. He's our tops player of the game.
Yeah, no question. He was a tough out up there. Ended up collecting 3 knocks, including a home run. So without him in the lineup, I think this might have been a different story.
A 1-run finish, 4-3, the final tally today. Glenn Perkins earns his 3rd win of the year in relief. So that just about does it for Harold Reynolds, Dan Plesac, and our crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way on over to the Show Nation.